done, nearly over. We've had to move about 2 metres of soil, digging this right back. We've got rocks everywhere, so we've had to excavate the rocks by hand, sledgehammer, moving all the soil by hand, and then that's the view you're going to get from this building when it's finished. Even look at the ladies moving the soil.
Okay, so day 2 of the build. Just walking down to the site. You can see it's quite a precarious position. There's our toilet for the build. Doesn't look like we achieved much yesterday, but we actually did quite a power of work. You can see there's a big pile of stone at either end, which we had to move. We've flattened out the site, marked out the building, and excavated quite a lot of the side of the hill to fit the building in. Perhaps doesn't meet many Australian building codes, but this is Nepali code. Darren, who's a qualified builder, is having a bit of a chuckle.
That's going to work.
He's been really important to us.
Yeah, it was.
So you can see that there's a fair bit of work here to build a wall over here, so we can then get the foundations in on the corner of the building. So that's the job today: build the wall, start getting the foundations dug in. So day 3, things have progressed. It doesn't look like there's been a lot, but we're digging in the footing now, the foundations. These foundations are ridiculous. So 1.5 cubic metre footings.
No.
So there's 12 of these that we have to dig, and it's pretty hard going. You can see we've got one done over here. So there's our one hole that we got done yesterday. And the big change is that the retainer wall that was 24 hours ago air is now all done. So that wall, which is probably about, at its highest, about 8 feet high, was all built yesterday. So pretty amazing stuff. We had the local community here yesterday doing this work. Got out some big stones out of the side of the hill. You can see we've taken a lot out of that. So it's really just still grunt work now for the next couple of days. This is the stonemason here finishing off the wall. All right, more to come.
What if you give the rock a couple of good strong belts without the pick? Does that help?
It might chip at it.
Yeah, it'll like show you any weaknesses.
Chop it upside down.
All right, so day 4, the holes are all but done. So we've got 12 1.5 by 1.5 by 1.5 metre holes to put the foundations in. You can see there's been some really serious digging going on. Still some work to do over under the cliff face here. It's all rock in here, and you can see some of the results of getting the rock out. Mostly the locals have been doing this stuff because it's actually just back breaking. So yeah, we'll start to put some stuff back in today. We're forming up the foundations. The Rio is being shaped. We'll do a bit of that today, getting it in the holes and start to get the foundations done. It's pretty bloody amazing. Hard work for us when we just don't do this type of stuff. So the formwork is just about underway now that the holes are dug. We've got a work crew here, a couple of the Aussie Action girls bending up the Rio. You can see it's just use what you got. So the girls are making the 10-inch squares. The fellas are making the 12-inch, I think they are. And then the 10-inch ones will sit like a diamond inside the 10-inch ones and be wired together. And then have the main rods put through them to form the columns. The work goes on. Coming back down, you can see that they're starting to mix some cement now. The foundations are going in, and I'll show you one of the columns in a moment. We're a couple of people down. There's a little bit of a few sore bodies, a couple of little coughs and niggles. That's all right. That's what happens. But we are going forward ever so slowly, which is genuinely the Nepali way. Namaste, Didi. Kasta cha? Ramro cha? Good. Ajo. You might be able to see the temple over there that's unfinished. It's got the columns coming up out of the first floor. So that's what these columns here are intending to be. Hopefully in the next few days we'll get a few of these in, and then maybe we'll get the floor in, but it's possibly unlikely in the time that we've got left. Okay, day 7 I think. I've sort of lost count a little bit. Yeah, so for a couple of our team, today is their last day on site. They'll be heading back tomorrow. For the rest of us, we've got another 4 or 5 days on site, and we're finally seeing some progress beyond just moving dirt and stones. So you can see the formwork is going in. We were forming those mesh grids up yesterday. So a layer of stone, layer of concrete, mesh, another layer of concrete, then the column, and then hopefully tomorrow we might see some of those columns go in. This is Lakshmi. Namaste, Dai.
Namaste, Brad.
Oh, bye. Maybe bye. Not Dai. So Lakshmi is our guide. He's a great man. And so this is what we'll be doing today, tying up these grids, more of the columns. So a lot of hard work for not much visual progress, but as far as the site goes, man, we've achieved so much with the help of the locals, of course.
Like this. Yep.
Like this.
Yep.
So this is our focus today. We've got another, I think, 5 of these columns to build. So yesterday we had some problems with getting these done, but I think we've got our system worked out now, and hopefully we'll get 3 or 4 of them knocked off today, and then tomorrow, if we're lucky, we might even get them in the ground. The boys are doing one down the hill. You can see they're really labour intensive. So, you know, firstly cutting the steel to length, bending it up. There are 48, 56 individual pieces that go into each of the columns, and then each of them are, I don't know if you can see the deep level of detail, but each of them is individually hand tied and tightened. Anyway, so that's the job for this Saturday. A couple of days left on the project.
Okay, all our hard work's finally paying off. The very first column is going up. They're bloody heavy too. Don't fall in the hole, boys. Here we go.
I think I'm actually going to cry.
Lowering it down, yes. This is our very first column. Pretty exciting. Yeah, fine. Put the floor in there. I thought it was actually supposed to be taller, to be honest. Because it's supposed to be second story going on.
Yeah, they tack another piece on.
Yeah, wire all in.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I must admit, you wouldn't want it any taller anyway, would you?
No, no, that's right.
Yeah.
This is all stone along here. The ladies of the village have broken these up with their little hammers. It never ceases to amaze me how they just get stuff done. They have such primitive tools and techniques, but time is just not a thing for them. So the 4 corner pillars are in, all squared up. We're just finishing off. We've got another 3 of these to do up the hill where we've been tying them off. It's amazing, like from where we started to where we are now. Yeah, it doesn't look like a hell of a lot, but it's a lot of work for people who, you know, are not used to this stuff. Anyway, that's it. I suspect that this is as much as we'll see of the site, because today is a public holiday for the locals, so it's all pretty quiet. Alright, cheers for now.
Ciao.